Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for having me. Very excited to be at the Fashiontech here in Berlin because smart fashion, as you all know, is so on the rise and is developing so quickly and so successful, and there's so much potential in it that we are happy to present you a technological innovation. Let's think about it. Imagine you have one jacket or one vest that gets you through all the different shifts of temperature which we have in fall and winter, and you only need one vest and one jacket for it because you can optimize this jacket concerning its warmth efficiency to your individual, to your personal needs, and to your personal feel-good factor. This is not a vision, it's reality, and soon it's going to be ready to wear. And the cool thing is that this jacket, this collection, combines not only sophisticated and cool and timeless design, but also smart material, intelligent material, high-quality products, and the technological competence. And 3 leading companies, they put their heads together, but also the core competencies to make that possible. And I'm really happy to have the representatives of these 3 leading companies here with me. So give it up, first of all, for the founder of Telekom Fashion Fusion and Vice President Brand Experience at the Deutsche Telekom. Here is Antje Hundhausen. Very welcome on stage. Hello, Antje.
Hi.
And he's head of global consumer products at Red Bull and general manager of Alpha Tauri, which you know is the fashion brand of Red Bull. Here's Ahmet Mercan. Good to have you here. And this guy is the CEO of Schoeller Textiles AG with a headquarters in Switzerland, a great company. This is Siegfried Winkelbeiner. Good to be here. Good to be here, everybody. So let's start with you, Antje. Ladies first, and most of all, I think this must be a pretty, let's say, a special day, special occasion for you, and you must be kind of proud also because you were the person who initiated the whole project. So please take us in the past quickly and tell us how did this whole idea start, and then what does it have to do with the Deutsche Telekom?
Yeah, thank you, Alexander, and I'm really grateful and happy to have these exclusive partners here on stage. And from vision to wear, I think what we now launched today was something we can wear, starting in August. And I remember on a cold autumn day in Salzburg, I met this guy here, Ahmet, and we discussed our ideas, what our program Fashion Fusion is all about. Alpha Tauri also, you introduced me, it was like 1 year old, still a baby, and we decided to put together and also with Schoeller, with Siegfried, the idea to set up a totally new heatable capsule collection, and you can see it over there. And I'm really proud that this is that we set a big milestone now. And I don't know if you know Fashion Fusion, the program we started 3 years ago. We always until then, up to then, we were very convinced that the technology part and the fashion part, there's an intersection, and we need they need to embrace, they need to see how they can enrich people's life. So this was something we set up, and we had until then also developed some new prototypes, ideas, and so on. But I think now we should focus on the heatable capsule collection.
The heatable capsule collection. But now you just mentioned the story, you know, the story at the airport, how the whole idea started. So we still got to hear quickly how it all happened. Ahmet, just from your perspective, how did this collaboration just came about, and what were you or your team from Alpha Tauri responsible for in the whole project?
As Antje mentioned before, it happened in Salzburg at the airport. It was interesting because we were in the autumn day in 2017 at the airport, and it's a tiny airport, and when you are going from the gate to the airplane, you have to cross the airfield. And it was interesting because it was a cold day. We had all our jackets, but it was so windy at the stage, and we had a discussion on that we said, okay, why we couldn't have something where you can control maybe the heat of your wearable or of the technology. But anyhow, out of this stage in conversation, the whole project was really established so far. With Schoeller together, we have an expert on the fabric side with us. Telekom, die Deutsche Telekom, with the innovation on technology and with the app and with all the other, with the connectivity of everything, and Alpha Tauri from our side, the whole design perspective. And I guess the whole collective is the power of these execution, and what was the main intention of everything is more or less the situation that we said, we want to stop to talk about vision and concepts and ideas. We have to execute something. And this is, I guess, the powerful execution what we have launched today. And this is where we are proud of.
And this collection also shows the power of collaboration, because, you know, we all brought it together. Siegfried, now let's get more specific, talking about innovation and technology. Maybe you quickly give an overview what the Schoeller Textile AG is doing or producing, and then how the technology works in this heated capsule collection.
Very well. It's a great honor, obviously, to be in this group and really bring together this heatable capsule collection onto the market. I think it is great that a company which is 150 years young and is in principle situated in Switzerland really was asked to support such an innovative, future-looking product. But in fact, our company is obviously only striving out of innovation, out of the fact that we are tackling new things, and smart textiles is for us a strategic objective, which we have followed now a few years, and I must say, quite successfully. But what is now specific on the heatable capsule collection? Because I think we all know there are already many heatable jackets on the market. But this is different, and that's the only and the first one which is actually made out of a sort of fabric which at the end of the day you are designing a new way of how you use the heatable material. So with other words, we deliver to you rolls of material, but you as designers decide then where and how to cut it and how to place it in a fabric to make sure that it becomes an integral part of what this fabric can do for you. And this is the heating part which allows you, first of all, we have said the design phase, but it's also the part which is very critical. It can be used as any normal material. So that means you can even put it into a washing machine. And we are bounding this sort of material then with other outer materials to make sure that you have an insulation which is around your body, which makes sure that you are not wasting battery power, that you really have then the battery possibility when you really feel cold and need to heat. Why does that all work? It is because it's a unique sort of interknitted material where conductive threads are woven together or warp knitted together with the fabric. And this gives a sort of a construction possibility. When you afterwards go to the stand and look at it, you will feel it. You don't feel the conductive material, but it's there, I can assure you. And when the battery is on, you can immediately feel how this is sort of giving you additional benefit and really strives for you.
So, you know, soft shell technology, that's what it's called.
Correct.
And you used also other technologies from Schoeller Textile AG that goes maybe too deep. You can talk about it later on, what it is in specific. But to make it clear, the heating technology is the garment itself. There are no heating pads sewn in the jacket like in other models, but it's the garment, the fabric itself. So that's really cool. And if we talk about connectivity, the Deutsche Telekom is the master. How do I use the app? There's an app that I can use to control the flexible heating. How does that work,
Yeah,
Antje?
you can download it and you have it on your iPhone, and then you can have 2 heating degrees and see what fits best, and it's you have two possibilities. So and if you don't need heating, for example, at the moment I don't heating here.
You don't need
It's
it.
quite hot. You just can use the power bank and can charge your smartphone
Charge the
device.
smartphone.
Yeah.
Well, that's,
But this
that's
is just beginning. I think we have a lot of other levels in mind for the future, to integrate also artificial intelligence, to see how people will use it, and then maybe do it more intuitive, automatically from the user perspective.
Well, that means someday you have an intelligent control system and you are like wandering sensors. Yeah, we always collecting data with our clothes.
This could happen, of course, but I guess what is important maybe to summarize also is that at the end, technology and innovation is always a driver, but you have to put it in a beautiful item. And I guess when we talk about fashion, the beauty of a product is key, and this is essential. Nobody wants to buy something with a purpose and want to look like a mountaineer or something like that. And I guess this is the part of Alpha Tauri. We are a fashion brand founded by Red Bull, 100%, and we are trying to push the boundaries also within the industry. And what we also faced in this collaboration, that when you are a designer, you have lots of limitations. Limitations in the execution, limitations in fabrics and all the stuff. And this is, I guess, the power of this collective, that we have a shared mindset. In this shared mindset, everyone from his expertise playground can bring the value in and try to create the best product. And I guess the jacket, what we have developed so far, which you can check out over there, is really a design item at the end. If you look at it, it is first of all a design item. It's a fashion piece. And afterwards, you have lots of advantages in. It is what, for example, Siegfried mentioned with these fabrics and linings, that you have an integration, that the fabric is the heatable asset of the jacket. And next to it, that the connectivity is given. And all these nice gimmicks like the power bank, for example. We brought our mindset together and said, okay, normally you need a USP for the end consumer as well. You can buy a power bank from a department store, whatever, and you can choose by yourself which kind of power bank you want to use. It is compatible. You have these advantages that you can control or steer by yourself what you want. And if you don't want this heatable technology, you can wear it as a fashion piece. This is, I guess, the power of everything. And this is, again, the mindset of collective, and that also players from outside can jump into this playground of fashion and create something new. Exactly this product.
That's one piece out of the collection. So, Ahmet, just tell us, what is the collection about? I mean, how many pieces, different pieces, and when and where is it going to be available?
This is at the moment, it is a starting point. We have created a capsule collection. This is a jacket for men and women. And then we have a vest for men and women as well. This will be exclusively distributed through alphatauri.com and selective retailers within Germany. And we want to keep it pretty premium so far. The price points are $6.99 for the jacket, and we have some ideas to roll it out in the future, but anyhow, this will be, again, developed through the next projects we have in the pipeline so far.
So if we're talking about innovation, about smart fashion, we have to face also the what the State of Fashion report, if you think about it, just published a couple of weeks ago, from the Business of Fashion and McKinsey company, and they say they see a kind of a slowing growth for a second year in a row, and you know, they are also forecasting kind of a mood of anxiety and concern among the fashion executive people. Is that the approach that you have at Alpha Tauri, that you say, innovation is the driving force for change? That's how we are going to face the whole challenges that are going to come up for us?
Alpha Tauri is a pretty young brand with 3 years. We founded in 2016, and innovation is the main driver for Alpha Tauri. And everything what we are doing, we are questioning ourselves, we are questioning the industry, the processes, and the status quo. And for us, it's not a challenge or a problem, it's more or less a solution, or maybe this is the driver for everything, change, and this is something where we are focusing on. And this is also our the tool to bring more innovation into the market, to questioning the status quo, and maybe to create something totally new. And this is, I guess, the beauty, that you have so capable partners like the Deutsche Telekom or the Schoeller fabrics, that you can bring totally new mindset in the playgrounds as well.
And if you think about it, 32 years ago, Red Bull just opened a totally new market segment with energy drinks. So you at Alpha Tauri, you have all the possibilities to open a new segment now, 32 years later, with the smart fashion area segment. So this.
We are trying to do our best.
You're trying very good. And do we still have some time? Yeah, we do. So quickly, because the Deutsche Telekom as a digital lifestyle brand, which you are, and if you think about smart fashion, about clothes, that's really a personal, very relevant topic. Why is this heatable capsule collection for you as a Deutsche Telekom so important concerning you being a digital lifestyle brand?
As you said, for us it's very important that our customers, they get an additional experience, more comfort, more beauty, more fashion. So, as you know, technology itself is very ugly, and what our aim is to integrate the fashion aspect more and more, and to embrace and to have the most beautiful technology services what we can offer in our retail stores. And I think that we are on the right track, and there's so much more to explore now facing the 5G technology. I think everything in 10 years will be connected. Everything.
Exciting future. We can try to vision a little bit and visualize a little bit what's going on in the future. And Siegfried, you're the man when it comes up to what is possible. I mean, the possibilities, the opportunities that technology gives to the fashion industry are kind of endless. So let's think about the next 4 or 5 years, and you have some stuff in the pipeline already. Maybe you can tell us what we can expect. You have the Hydrobot jacket, you have the Wear-to-Wear project. Just guide us a little bit through the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the near future concerning smart fashion.
Probably I just start off with saying we all know artificial intelligence, but the question is, what should it do in our clothing? Huh? And that's probably a good question, because we want to develop what we have started now into such a direction. But it's very practical. What I want to say is, if I want to move up this mountain, then I can obviously just program that in my handphone. I will afterwards have a computation which comes out of the GPS data, out of the weather reports. All that comes together, and then the heating of my jacket will practically be controlled in such a way that I will never run out of battery power on the way up or down, because both is important. Now, that sounds rather simple, but is practically a big benefit for us, and that is how this learning type of computing on our handphones will make our life more comfortable, more productive, more enjoyable. So it's for the people. And it is very clear, only in a cooperation like the three of us have now brought together, is it possible to really develop such technology. But the future goes a bit further. My vision is really, at the end of the day, we will have a second skin type of concept. And the second skin type of concept means that components which we are developing right now will come together at the end of the day, for example, with cooling, which we have invested in now, in a fully glamorized jacket, but even going beyond, where this second skin will be able to project my personal feelings, my personal individuality, but I don't need a whole wardrobe full of clothing, because this is probably from an environmental point of view not the best of solutions. So bright things to come, and they are not so far off.
Very exciting future. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Maybe you have some individual questions. These guys are here for the next couple of minutes, hours, whatever, days, months. Try out the heatable capsule collection and yeah, enjoy the new technology. Thanks for listening, thanks for joining, and thank you guys for making that possible. That's a really cool thing. Looking forward for the next time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.